Hi guys, we are back for part 2 of Call It What You Want. So these are going to be chapters 12 through 20 and I have more thoughts. So we left off the last part. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, we left off the beginning of the book. I was not a fan. I wasn't really enjoying it. I didn't like the writing style. I didn't like all the pop culture references. I wasn't really feeling what Sloane was feeling for Ethan, so I wasn't really like there with her. I wasn't really connected. I didn't really have any sympathy for Ethan because we don't know what's going on. We don't know why he's being the way he is. So I just feel like it's not connecting. Whatever's supposed to be connecting is not connecting. The second part of the book, I have some thoughts. So let's go ahead and just get into it. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a summary, kind of what's going on of everything, so that you guys can follow along if you're just trying to listen. So at the beginning, not much changed. We were about a third of the way through the book and I was still like, what do they know about each other? We have not seen anything. We have not seen a single deep conversation. We have not seen anything. We haven't seen anything about like what is making her feel so connected to him. What is making her feel like he is so important to keep in her life? Like, I just don't know. I don't know anything about him. I don't know anything about Sloane, really. I feel like I don't think they know anything about each other, so I'm not really sure what this infatuation is. I really wish the author had spent more time. Like, it is a short book. I wish the author had just made it longer and spent a little bit more time, like, showing us, like, one of the dates that they went on or one of the times they were hanging out, like, the full day. Like, even if she didn't need to do it every single time they hung out, like, one full day showing, like, all they did was like watch TV and have sex, and I just feel like, okay, but why is she so obsessed with him? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I'm kind of a little bit lost still on that. Like, she doesn't even know his birthday. Like, she asked him when his birthday was, and he was like, it's in July. Like, okay. Okay, at that point, for me, I'm just a birthday person. Birthdays are very important to me. Like, if you don't tell me I have a birthday, we're not friends anymore. But I just felt like, okay, like, what? Why won't you tell me your birthday? That is so weird. So I would have been like icked out about that and I would have just been done. But of course Sloane is not. I don't know what she sees in him. I really don't. And I wish the author would have shown me what she sees in him, because I'm just not getting it. I'm just not getting it. Anyway, okay, so to backtrack to when she met Reese, the second guy that her friends kind of just introduced her to. When she met Reese, he mentioned that he had a job in New York or something, and we know that Sloane wants to be a writer in New York, and so I already had a feeling kind of that she was gonna date Reese at some point and like feel like either run into him in New York or something was gonna happen. And so she got the job in New York. In this part, she got the job in New York, and so I'm like, okay, maybe Reese is the real guy. Maybe this Ethan character is like a side character that we don't need to focus on, and maybe that's why we're not getting a ton of details. Sorry, I had to get my dog a snack before we started and I accidentally left the freezer open, so it was beeping. I had to run down and close it. Anyway, so she got the job in New York. It's hard for them to say goodbye, whatever. He goes to visit her and he's being such a brat. Like, he's being such a Debbie Downer. It's just being like so weird the whole time. And then at dinner, he asked her to split the check, which is like fine. I'm thinking maybe he's feeling like insecure about that, and that's why he's being like in a bad mood. You know, like sometimes guys, like if their pride is, or their ego is like a little bit, you know, they're dealing with stuff, they get like embarrassed about everything and they kind of just like put themselves in a mood, and it's like, just, okay, we can split the check, let's move on. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, I just hate when, I get it, like people can be insecure about things, but also it's just like, okay, let's move on. Like, you're ruining the whole night by like being weird about this, like, and it's not that big of a deal. Okay, and then she takes a picture of them on Snapchat and he's like, don't post it to your story. Bitch. I would be like, okay, we just split the bill. He doesn't want me to post him on Snapchat. He's being really weird and distant this whole time. What is going on? Like, what is going on? So I was getting bad vibes. Oh, hi. Anyway, so not good signs. That was super sus. I didn't like the way he was like, don't post this on Snap. I don't understand why girls have to post everything. Okay, who are you hiding me from? Who are you hiding from? This is not gonna happen. Oh, so irritating. Okay, and then on page 98, I'm like literally gonna go look and read this to you guys because I noted down the page. Oh, okay, so he's like, why do girls have to post everything, like da-da-da-da-da? He said, okay, so he literally says, I don't know, I just don't understand why every time girls do something, they have to post about it. And She says, God forbid you came to visit me in New York. I'd take you to a Yankees game. She took him to a Yankees game after they split the bill. After he's being weird, she surprised him with a Yankee game. He was so excited about that. So she says, God forbid I take you to a Yankees game and want to post about it. I really don't see what the big deal is. I used to post pictures of us. Period. She could have been a little bit meaner. She could have been like, I just paid for our meal. You're supposed to be my man. Well, he's not, but hello. Oh my God. It's just so irritating. Like, yeah, God forbid, like, I just want to post a picture of us having a good time. Like, why are you so weird about that? That, to me, would have been like, okay, you can go home. You can go home. Like, you don't want to take a picture of me? I took you to this Yankees game, and you don't want me to post a picture about it on my story? You're being weird. You're being weird. And adding all up to, he breaks up with her. He leaves, gets home. She's like, that's weird. He hasn't texted me that he made it home safe. Maybe he doesn't fly. Maybe he just doesn't know that that's like courtesy. And she gets a text from him and he breaks up with her over text message. And she calls him, me, she calls him and is like, what is wrong with you? And he's like, I'm sorry. Like, and like, oh my God, pay me back for the Yankees game. I'm posting the picture anyway. Like, oh my God, it's so annoying. So annoying. He breaks up with her. So I'm thinking at this point that she's going to run into Reese because it's just all falling into place, right? She's like heartbroken. She's about to run into this guy that she knows is going to be in New York. And she's like kind of standing up for herself. She told him like, God forbid I take you to this game. Like, called him like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you break up with me over text? You were just with me in person. Like, what is wrong with you? Grow some balls. So anyway, so that's what I have a feeling. I have a feeling like this is all leading to a really good thing. Okay, so then we see Ethan's POV. Oh no, so then she calls Ethan's friend, I can't remember his name. She calls him and is like, it's her friend's ex-boyfriend. And she calls him and she's like, what is going on, blah, blah, blah. This friend tells her, which I think was kind of messed up. I don't think he should have done this, but he tells her like, hey, I've never seen him act like this with somebody. He really likes you, blah, blah, blah. His parents are kind of deadbeats. His parents are not good people. They've given him a lot of trauma. He has abandonment issues. That's why he won't commit to anybody. And so like, I don't think it was fair of him to tell her that. Like, Ethan really didn't want her to know that. Like, obviously, he would have just told her. They've spent so much time together. He went to New York to see her. Like, they're clearly a thing. And he didn't tell her that. So I feel like he didn't want her to know that. So I don't think it was the friend's place to do that, but also it did give the reader a little bit of like sympathy, which I didn't love having sympathy for him at this point, but it did give us a little sympathy. Like, okay, he's just afraid to commit to her. But also, like, I hate that in books and in just real life when people are like, I have commitment issues, I'm afraid I'm gonna hurt you, I'm afraid I'm gonna leave you, like my parents left me. And it's like, what? Like, you have full control over yourself. You're a human being, adult. Like, that just, I hate that trope in books. Like, go to therapy. Okay, so then at this point, back to my original point in the first video, Taylor Swift has been mentioned like 10 times at this point in this section alone. I'm so over it. I'm gonna be real with y'all and don't eat me up in the comments. Probably nobody's even watching this. I like Taylor Swift. Like, I like her songs, whatever, they're catchy, but I'm not somebody who's like following her every move. I'm not somebody who's like a Swiftie. Like, I don't, it's not that important to me. I don't really do that with any celebrities. Like, so hearing about this celebrity over and over and over and over, and over again, and the title of the book, like, it's just a little bit weird. It's like this girl just wanted to be noticed by Taylor Swift. This girl meaning the author. It's like she just wanted to be noticed by Taylor Swift or something. I'm not really sure, but it's kind of giving me the ick, and I'm kind of over it. So very annoying. She like mentions her in like the weirdest points. She's like, then I listened to the Taylor Swift song and felt this, and like, oh, of course my Taylor Swift playlist, or like, it's just so weird. Like, it's so weird. I don't like it. But I'm into the story at least now. So in the first part, it was pop culture and it wasn't into the story. At this point, I'm invested. I want to see what happens. I want to see her end up with the other guy. And I don't even know if that's gonna happen. I don't even know. So anyway, I just had to mention that Taylor Swift has been mentioned way too many times. Then she goes viral. She writes some articles for her job that she has, and she goes viral, gets some hits. She's doing really great at work. And then Reese texts her, and I guess he found out she's in New York, and he's like, hey, I heard you're in New York. I'm in New York. Let's hang out. So they do. And I have a page written down, so let's see what I wanted to mention about that. Page 115. Oh, okay. So she hangs out with Reese. They have a good time, and then we're at part 2 now, and it's 7 months later. So she's been seeing Reese for about 7 months, and we don't know because the author just skips that whole thing. We don't know how good the relationship is, but at this point, we know that they've kind of been together for 7 months. Then she mentions Sex in the City, mentioning Carrie Bradshaw, which I've never seen Sex in the City, but like, it's like one of those things in pop culture. Like, everybody knows, like, Joey from Friends is the goofball. Everybody knows Rachel from Friends. Like, it's just kind of things people know, and, like, it's, like, I guess kind of more broad pop culture, but it's also still, like, why is that the 15th thing we've mentioned pop culture in 115 pages? I don't know. And then she mentions Gilmore Girls, and it's like, okay, we get it. Like, I feel like this author was writing this book to get friends. Like, she wants people who watch Gilmore Girls, Sex in the City, Taylor Swift. Like, that's a very niche, like, I feel like, group of people that fit into that category. Not niche, but, like, that is a very that's a certain type of person. And so I feel like she's, like, really calling to those people. But it's also like, okay, like, I'm not one of those people, but I wanted to enjoy your book, so I'm a little bit bummed that there's so many mentions. Sorry if y'all can hear her breathing. She wants another snack. Okay, I gotta talk faster because she gets through her little snacks in like 6 minutes, and I have more to say. Okay, so she sees Ethan crossing the street in New York. She's in New York, she sees Ethan, and she's like, what the hell? And he doesn't say anything to her, okay? Crazy work when we were just in love. She's walking through her building and she sees him again, and they talk, and he's like, I live here. Okay, so then, like, the next day or something, her and Reese are walking through their building, and they see Ethan, and Reese gets so upset. He's like, he doesn't know that Ethan lives there, right? So his thinking is like, why is this man that my girlfriend used to be in love with in this building? Like, why is he here in New York in our building? That is crazy. So he gets really upset, and he explains to her, like, what the fuck? And she's like, listen, yes, he lives here. She's like, I should have told you, we ran into each other, but he lives here. I don't know. It's just a coincidence. Like, I didn't know. Like, he's like, I'm sorry. Like, I've overreacted. Anyway, so he's like, tells her, he had told her a couple times that he loved her, and she was like not ready to say it, obviously, because she's still in love with Ethan. But she told him, like, you know, you always say it like during sex, like, I don't want to say it back during sex. And he's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, like, blah blah. So then, like, later on, he tells her again, and she tells him she loves him, and like the chapter ends with feeling very like she's ready to move on, and she is ready to commit to Reese. Like, before, she felt like, I don't know, like, I obviously still have feelings for Ethan, like, I'm just with Reese because, like, what else am I gonna do? But then she tells him she loves him, and it feels like, okay, like, we're getting somewhere. So I'm excited to see where that relationship goes, and I'm hoping that we see more about them and their dynamic than we did with Ethan. And that's the whole point of this book, because I don't know, we're not getting a whole lot of details about things. Like, I feel like there's a lot of details about things that, like, aren't important. I don't know. Then she gets a call that she has to sub in for, like, somebody else at her job. She has to go out of town to Boston, and she goes, and a common theme throughout the book is her saying, like, she wants to know what it's like to, like, travel with a partner or fly with a partner, that kind of thing. And so anyway, she goes to Boston for this conference, and Reese shows up. He surprises her. They're on the phone, and he's, like, there. And I just thought that was so sweet. It, like, literally made me so happy. And I was like, oh, okay, this is her person. We're gonna get to see more of their relationship. And then he stays back in Boston because he had something, he was gonna stay working there. He took the days off or something. But she flies back. She has to go back to work, and she sleeps with Ethan. She sleeps with Ethan that night. What? Like, it made no sense to me. Like, I get it. I get it. But at the same time, like, when you've been with Reese for how many months? Like 8 months at this point, and you're still going to sleep with Ethan? Like, what has Ethan done for you? That's what I don't get, is I don't get the connection. If I understood their connection a little bit better, and it was more of like right person, wrong time, and that was explained to me, I think I would feel it more, and I would be like, okay, like, girl, what are we doing? But also, like, I get it. Right now, I'm just like, what are we doing? Like, I get how that can happen, but we haven't seen how that can happen. You know what I mean? I don't feel like the author's doing a good job of, like, connecting me to Sloane's feelings. So I really thought I was going to end up liking this part of the book because I thought it was going to show a lot more of her and Reese, which it did, but She's still messing with Ethan the entire time. She's like, keeps going back to him. And it's like, girl, he didn't even tell you he was moving to New York. Like, what are you doing? He didn't even tell you he was moving to New York. He didn't tell you. And yet you're kissing him. You're sleeping with him. The first chance you get, he didn't even care to tell you he was going to the same exact state that you're in currently. And you're happy. Of course you are. Of course you are. And why do you think he hasn't asked you, like, hey, like, aren't you dating somebody? Like, we shouldn't be doing this. Why do you think he's not asking that? Probably because he doesn't care. He's not going to date you. He doesn't want you to trade Reese for him. He doesn't want that. Okay, excuse you. So my predictions were right. That's how this part ends, by the way. We're just on a cliffhanger of she slept with Ethan. My predictions were right for the first part, but honestly it was worse than I expected. It was worse than I expected. I did not expect her to have another man involved. I knew that like they were going to keep going back and forth between this like hooking up, breaking up, hooking up, breaking up. I did not expect Reese to be so involved and wrapped up in her just messing around. Like, she didn't have to tell Reese she loved him. Like, she didn't have to do that. And I feel like that was really not cool to do that. So I'm a little bit annoyed. My next prediction is that she's going to break up with Reese, get back with Ethan, realize that he actually doesn't want to be with her, and then she's shit out of luck. So that's what my prediction is. I really hope that she realizes she's being an idiot and she just sticks with Reese and like either comes clean to him or just like never goes back to Ethan and just keeps being with Reese. Like, Reese is clearly a gentleman and being really good to her and taking care of her and surprising her and loving her, and Ethan is doing nothing. We are not getting any substance from Ethan. I don't know why we're supposed to like him. I don't know. So at this point, I'm still irritated. We're ending video 1 and video 2 irritated. I don't understand. I don't love the author's writing. At this point, I don't know if I'm going to pick up the second book by her that I was so excited to read because it is a really cute cover. I think it's like How to Fall in Love in the Cereal Aisle or something. It was a very cute cover, but I'm just not feeling it at this point. So yeah, that's part 2 of this book. Sorry if like these don't make any sense. I just like to ramble and talk. But if you've read this book, you'll be able to follow along, I guess, and hopefully let me know your thoughts. What are you thinking? What do you think is going to happen in the next part? Do you think she's going to get back together with Ethan? Do you think she's going to break up with Reese? Do you think she'll stay with Reese? What do you think Ethan's going to do? Tell me one thing you know about Ethan if you've read this book, because I don't know anything. I know that his birthday is in July. So let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are. I will talk to you guys in the next video, and then the video after that we will be covering these chapters in this book. For the final video of this book, I will tell you my final thoughts, everything that happened in the last part, and we will discuss what our next book will be.